Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel, The Maths Boss. Today we're looking at adding and subtracting fractions, and we're trying to come up with some simpler methods on how to do this. One of the methods talks about finding the lowest common multiple, then making the denominators the same and adding the fractions. Let's have a look at this technique first. 2/5 add a third. At the moment, we have a denominator of 5 under the 2 and a denominator of 3 underneath the 1. So in order to add these two fractions, we need to make the denominators the same. So we are trying to find the lowest common multiple of 5 and 3. We just need to list the multiples of 5. I'll do that here. And the multiples of 3. Now, the purpose behind this is we are looking for the lowest common multiple. In other words, can you see a number on both sides that is the same? It has to be the lowest possible one. And now we have an agreement of 15. So, denominator 15 on this side, denominator 15 on this side. Split this up so it's working. What do you do to 5 to get to 15? We times by 3. So 2 times 3 is 6. On this side, what do you do to 3 to get to 15? We times by 5. So 1 times 5 is 5. Now, our new fraction, if we add together, we can see the denominators are the same. That must mean we just add the numerators together. 6 add 5 is 11. Our answer is 11 over 15. And that is the lowest common multiple method on adding two fractions. Let's have a look at the second method on how to add two fractions. The next method, again, it's making the denominators the same. So let's use the same question to keep some consistency. 2/5 add 1/3. So again, to make the denominators the same, because we have a 5 on this side and a 3 on this side, we're going to multiply the left hand side by 3. So times 3 times 3. And we're going to multiply the right hand side by 5 times 5 times 5. The reasoning behind this is to make both sides to have a denominator of 15. Then we can add the two fractions together and we can get an answer. Our new numbers, 2 times 3 is 6, 5 times 3 is 15. On this side, 1 times 5 is 5 and 3 times 5 is 15. And then add the numerators together and we have 11 over 15. As you can see, we've got the same answer, but using the making the denominators the same by multiplying one side by the other denominator and the other side by the first denominator. And we have an answer of 11 over 15 again. Let's have a look at the third technique on how to add fractions together. The third technique is mainly used later on in the GCSEs, especially with algebraic fractions and adding and subtracting them. This technique is more useful when you are working with more difficult questions. Let's have a look to see how this one works. 2/5 add 1/3. This technique starts off by drawing the fraction line, just a bit longer this time. It starts off and you multiply the two denominators together. So 5 times 3 is 15. Because we're adding, you can see in the plus sign there, we just put a plus sign just there in the middle. Then you multiply the two numbers diagonally, this numerator by this denominator. 2 times 3 gives us 6. Do the same to this side. 1 times 5 is 5. And as you can see, we just add the two top numbers together. 6 add 5 is 11 over the denominator stays as 15, and we have an answer of 11 over 15. Subtraction for all three works in exactly the same way. Where we see a plus here, this becomes a minus, and we get the same answer. One thing you must also remember, you must always do this diagonal first, this one first, when you are subtracting. Otherwise, you may end up with a negative answer. So, that's the video on adding and subtracting fractions. There's 3 different methods being shown there. You could choose the best one that suits you. But in terms of making it really quick, easy and simple, and that can be used later on with algebraic fractions, this method is highly preferred. So there's the first video for the Maths Boss. Hope you enjoyed it. Please like, share and subscribe. See you on the next one.